You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot Box.
Enough hating on Dana White. Let's get right into the main event of the evening. Sean Strickland, Dricus du Plessis. It was, listen, I would say overall, I'm not going to go round by round and whatnot. I thought for sure that Strickland won 1 and 5. I think those were probably his rounds. I know Dricus stole a take. I think he stole a takedown at the end of the first. I don't think any of Dricus's takedowns are really worth anything because he wasn't able to really do anything with them. But that's not how judging really works. They give you. I mean, that's an offensive maneuver. It's kind of like landing a punch or whatever. You got him down. He gets back up, but they I was explaining to a couple guys who are like boxing guys. They reward defense in boxing. Is that right? I think they reward you for making people miss. I don't think in the UFC they really do that, or MMA in general. They don't really reward you for defense or making someone miss or stopping a takedown, even though they probably should when guys are spamming. When you fight Davishvili and he spams 28 takedowns in a 3-round fight, and you get taken down 5 of those 28 times. I feel like you should get rewarded a little bit, but that's just not how this sport plays out. At the end of the day, I think this was a very entertaining fight. It was back and forth. I think these two should fight again, maybe not right away, but I think at some point, Strickland has shown that he is of this caliber and at this level. I think the good thing for him, or what I got from this, was that night against Adesanya was not necessarily a fluke. He is worthy and capable of fighting at this level. I just think this fight could have gone either way on the cards. I don't think it was a robbery. I don't think it was, would have been a robbery on the other side. I really think this could have gone either way. And I think those 2, 3, 4 rounds were kind of, some of them were up for grabs. And I think Strickland really kind of lost himself this fight by his, I would say, inactivity in the middle rounds of this fight. But I guess I would ask you what you thought on the night's affairs.
Man, these rounds were so close. So if you go Verdict MMA, they have that thing where they score each round however they do it, and pretty much 2, 3, and 4, or 2 and 3 were pretty much dead even. Mm-hmm. They had the fight for Strickland, but very close. I just thought Dricus 1, 2, 3, and 4. I thought he landed the better shots, and the striking in those rounds were pretty close. I mean, I say pretty close. They were damn near identical. Round 1, Strickland outlanded him 34-18. Round 5, he outlanded him 53-35. Awesome volume in round 5, also. But then after round 1, he slowed down. Sean did, and also he was only head hunting. 90% landed to the head, 59% from Dricus. He went to the body, went to the legs, outkicked him 24-6. He was getting his legs, his kicks checked, but he was still doing a lot. He started to mix it up. Obviously, he had the 6 takedowns, only for 2 minutes of control time. So, like you said, didn't really do much with it. But when the striking is even or perceived as even, they look at grappling next. And I think that's what did it. I think that's kind of fair. I could see somebody giving, I guess, the 4th, I want to say, to Strickland. He outlanded him 33-29 in the 4th. In the 3rd, it was 31-29. In the 2nd, it was 26-22 in favor of Dricus.
Look how close that is.
So close. And then if you look at MMA decisions, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13 had it for du Plessis, 48-47. 9 had it for Strickland, 49-47. One person from Combat Press, I follow them. I usually like what they do. They had a 49-46 Strickland. Not sure what we were watching there, but I will admit it was close. I don't want to say robbery, but you know how it goes. Everybody says robbery no matter what because it's the main event. Everybody has a ticket on somebody. I get it. It's so hard to judge live like we do, especially when we're a little toasted. You got the proper 12 in you. I have the Appleton Estate rum in me. So,
fucking hit him. Yelling at
my kicks, Dricus!
At my house with my shillelagh sitting on the table, just getting ready to
go. But yeah, I just thought Dricus landed the powerful shots after the first round. Then he got the takedown in the 2nd. He got 3 in the 4th. I thought that stole the 4th round for him. Honestly, I thought the 4th round was so close, and I didn't know which way to go. That really, I thought even in the 5th round live, I was like, honestly, I could give this a Dricus, and then I kind of reconsidered that after I noticed most people had the 5th for Sean. So I definitely have to go back and rewatch the whole fight, just to get a better idea. But I still, maybe I'll change my mind. I'll do that probably after this pod or maybe later this week. Because I believe we have a week off, right?
Yeah, no UFC this weekend.
Good shit, because the next 2 cards are absolute dog water. So that's going to suck. 298 should be fun. I know we're excited to crown a new champion. That's pretty much, it's already done and dealed. Pretty much done. Signed, sealed, delivered. New champion at featherweight coming.
No.
So, but yeah, I don't know. This was a good fight. I do feel bad because one of them had to lose, and they both balls to the wall. They both put on a fucking absolute great performance. Dricus is just tough, man. He's just so tough with that awkward style. Everything he does is, seemingly hard and impactful. So I think that's kind of the problem. Sean Strickland, a lot of parrying, a lot of just head, really good movement. It makes it really difficult for you to find a rhythm. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, like you said, he's going to be back. He's only 32. I think he turns 33 in February. So, he still has a couple of years left. I don't see who else in this division is really going to, make him work for it like Izzy and Dricus. So this definitely sets Izzy and Dricus up. People are saying UFC 300. That's too close. Dricus' face.
Did you see his
battered.
Face? Yeah.
Yeah. I think he needs more than a couple months. So, they don't need to rush that. I know they're, trying to desperately piece together 300. So, that's pretty much all I have for that fight. Again, I will have to go back and rewatch it, but I feel pretty confident. 2, 3, and 4 for Dricus. Maybe 3 or 4 you give to Sean. But either way, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, I feel very strongly in my belief that it could have gone either way. That's where when there's sometimes when the card's read, we'll talk about a few where I was like, wow, that guy actually that's a robbery. That's this wasn't no matter what they read, I was like, wow, I just don't know where this is gonna go, and I can't call one judge or that judge, you're a moron. I will do that from time to time. You guys all know we listen to this podcast. We will come in here and call a judge a moron if we think he was totally off, or when a guy wins a split decision and two of the judges have 29-28 and the other guy has 30-27. It's like, what the fuck were these guys watching? What? I don't think that was the case here. I think if they're going to do Israel, I'm so sick of him. So I guess they're going to have to do this fight. He's out there dancing on Strickland's grave, basically joking around and stuff like that. Nice rain or something like that. Yeah, buddy, that guy beat the fucking dog shit out of you and basically sent you into a semi-retirement. So, if Dricus and Israel Adesanya are going to do it, it'll probably be sometime in the summer, I would imagine. It would be probably after the Conor card, if that's what they're going to do. If it's not, International Fight Week, then maybe a late July, early August sort of situation for Strickland. I honestly, if they're gonna wait all that time, and maybe if Izzy's not ready to go or doesn't want to fight, then I wouldn't mind them running this back, and doing maybe this be a co-main on another, on a big fight card where maybe Poatan and Jamal Hill were the main event or something like that. I could see them doing something like that. But if they're not gonna do that, then I would maybe push Strickland in the direction of maybe run back the Cannonier fight. Or maybe a Robert Whitaker or something like that, but or maybe even a Chimaev if that's, because Chimaev's going to have to fight somebody soon if he really wants to make a push for this title. He's gonna need a name somewhere in that top 5-ish area. Then why would because I think Cannonier and Vettori, they fought in the summer, right? And Cannonier won. Is that that's correct, right? So because Cannonier would probably be right there. He's if not next, he's because Whitaker is going to need another fight. Is Whitaker scheduled to fight?
He's got Costa.
He's got Costa, right? When is that? In February?
That's 298.
Right, yeah. So, then maybe Whitaker wins that, then maybe it's him, Maybe he would be next.
This division in general,
it's bad. But it's a lot of the same. The good thing is that the champion is a new face, in a sense.
Every time, yeah.
So it's Dricus hasn't really fought Israel. He hasn't fought... Cannonier, but again, a lot of these guys at the top, they've been there. So it's all just the same names fighting each other over and over again. Whitaker and Adesanya fought 1 million times. It's we got sick of it, So I don't know. It's that's the tough part about being at middleweight and like, trying to match make at middleweight, but I guess we're going to have some time to figure that out because these guys did go to war. They took a little bit of a beating.
Yeah.
You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot Box.